Jan Pieter Balkenende, Jr., born the 7th of May 1956, is a Dutch politician of the Christian Democratic Appeal. He served as Prime Minister of the Netherlands from the 22nd of July 2002 until the 14th of October 2010. Balkenende, a jurist by occupation, worked for the Academic Council and the Christian Democratic Appeal think tank from 1982 until 1998. Balkenende became a professor of Christian theology at the VU University Amsterdam in 1993. He was elected as a member of the House of Representatives after the Dutch general election of 1998, serving from the 19th of May 1998 until the 22nd of July 2002. After the then leader of the Christian Democratic Appeal and parliamentary leader in the House of Representatives Jaap de Hoop Scheffer stepped down after an internal power struggle between him and then-party chair Marnix van Ij, Balkenende was selected to succeed him in both positions, and became the lijsttrekker for the Dutch general election of 2002. The Christian Democratic Appeal became the surprising winner of the election, gaining 14 seats, becoming the largest party in the House of Representatives. This success was in part owed to Balkenende's neutral attitude in the debates with Pim Fortuyn, the eponymous leader of the Pim Fortuyn List party who was assassinated during the national election campaign on the 6th of May 2002. The following cabinet formation resulted in a coalition agreement with the Christian Democratic Appeal, Pim Fortuyn List and the People's Party for Freedom and Democracy, which formed the cabinet Balkenende I, with Balkenende becoming Prime Minister of the Netherlands, taking office on the 22nd of July 2002. The cabinet Balkenende I collapsed on the 16th of October after just 87 days in office after internal conflicts within the Pim Fortuyn List that destabilized the government. For the Dutch general election of 2003, Balkenende again as lijsttrekker won one seat, and the following cabinet formation resulted in a coalition agreement with the Christian Democratic Appeal, the People's Party for Freedom and Democracy and the Democrats 66, which formed the cabinet Balkenende II. On the 29th of June 2006, the Democrats 66 retracted their support for the cabinet Balkenende II after criticizing the way Minister for Integration and Immigration Rita Verdonk had handled the crisis around the naturalization of member of the House of Representatives Ayaan Hirsi Ali. On the 7th of July 2006, a rump cabinet Balkenende III was formed and stayed in office until the Dutch general election of 2006. Balkenende again as lijsttrekker lost 3 seats, but the Christian Democratic Appeal remained by far the largest party with 41 seats. The following cabinet formation resulted in a coalition agreement with the Christian Democratic Appeal, the Labour Party and the Christian Union that formed the cabinet Balkenende IV. On the 20th of February 2010, the Labour Party retracted their support for the cabinet Balkenende IV after a disagreement over the extension of the ISAF mission in Afghanistan. For the Dutch general election of 2010, Balkenende again lijsttrekker lost 20 seats and resigned his position as leader of the Christian Democratic Appeal on the 9th of June, taking political responsibility for the disappointing results in the election. Balkenende remained Prime Minister of the Netherlands until the cabinet Rutte I was installed on the 14th of October 2010. After his premiership, Balkenende retired from active politics at the age of 54 and became a partner corporate responsibility for Ernst & Young, a professor of governance, institutions and internationalization at the Erasmus University Rotterdam. Early life. Jan Pieter Balkenende, Jr. was born on the 7th of May 1956, in Bijsling in the Netherlands, province of Zeeland in Reformed family, the son of Jan Peter Balkenende, Sr., a cereal grains merchant, and Thona Johanna Sandia was a teacher. During his childhood, Balkenende was an active supporter of the Dutch football team PSV Eindhoven. Along with his father, he frequented many matches. He also regularly visited the local music school and theatre. Balkenende went to a Reformed Protestant primary school in Capella. He attended secondary school at the Christian Lyceum for Zeeland in Goes, graduating in 1974. He studied at the Vrije Universiteit in Amsterdam, where he received a Master of Arts degree in History in 1980, and Master of Laws degree in Law in 1982, and finally a Doctor of Philosophy degree in Law in 1992. Balkenende resides with his wife Bianca Hugendijk and his daughter Amelie in Capelle aan den IJssel, a suburb of Rotterdam. During his tenure as Prime Minister, he didn't use the Kathuis, the formal residency of the Prime Minister. Early political career. He began his career on the staff of the Research Institute of the CDA and as a city councilman in Amstelveen. In 1992, he received his PhD with a thesis on governance, regulation and social organizations, as strongly inspired by the communitarian ideas of Amartya Sen. 1 year later, in 1993, he became an extraordinary professor of Christian social thought at the Free University of Amsterdam. Balkenende first entered the House of Representatives on the 19th of May 1998 while the CDA was in opposition. He became the CDA's financial spokesman and was also involved with social affairs, justice, and domestic affairs. In this role he advocated substantial reduction of the national debt and sound public finances. He was elected chairman of the CDA parliamentary fraction on the 1st of October 2001, succeeding Jaap de Hoop Scheffer. On the 3rd of November 2001, he was appointed lijsttrekker for the CDA in the tumultuous May 2002 parliamentary elections. These elections restored the CDA's former position as the largest political party in the Dutch parliament. Prime Minister Balkenende has been Prime Minister of 4 successive cabinets. Balkenende. On 4 July 2002, Queen Beatrix asked Balkenende to form a new government after the general elections following the resignation of Prime Minister Wim Kok. This cabinet is known as Balkenende I. The coalition cabinet included the Pim Fortuyn List party, whose leader was assassinated just days before the election. It collapsed after just 87 days in office because of internal conflicts within the LPF that destabilized the government. Balkenende II. After early elections in 2003, Balkenende formed his second government with Christian Democratic Appeal, the Liberal People's Party for Freedom and Democracy and the Progressive Liberal D66. Once again leader of a centre-right coalition, Balkenende's policies centered on reform of the Dutch public services, social security, pre-pension facilities, public health, reducing crime, a tough immigration policy and historically large cuts in public spending. The measures gave rise to large public anger and bad results in opinion polls for his CDA party, while his party remained the largest Dutch delegation in the European Parliament after the European elections. Beating the general expectation of a huge loss in parliamentary seats, the party suffered strong losses during Dutch municipal elections of 2006, losing the position as the largest party in many municipalities. Despite his unpopularity among Dutch voters, his position as leader of the CDA remained stable. In the beginning of 2006, some CDA members tried to replace Balkenende Balkenende as leader with Minister Cees Veerman. Veerman did not accept this and offered his support to Balkenende. Balkenende's popularity recovered since then, surpassing that of his main competitor Wouter Bos in the autumn of 2006. By then, 53% preferred Balkenende as Prime Minister while 40% preferred Bos. This switch in public opinion is sometimes explained by the steady recovery of the Dutch economy during the last year of his administration and the positive effects of the reformed policy of the Balkenende cabinet, combined with declining confidence in Bos as a good alternative for the position of Prime Minister. On the 1st of July 2004, Balkenende took up the rotating presidency of the European Union. Balkenende III on the 30th of June 2006, D66, the smallest coalition party, withdrew its support of the government over the way Immigration Minister Rita Verdonk had handled the crisis around the naturalization of Dutch MP Ayaan Hirsi Ali. Balkenende resigned from the second time as Prime Minister, announced early elections and presented his third government a week later. This rump cabinet, formed of a minority coalition of CDA and VVD, stayed in office until the elections of the 22nd of November 2006. Balkenende IV, though his old coalition partners VVD and D66 fared badly in the parliamentary elections of 2006, Balkenende managed to defend the dominant position of his CDA, needing alternative coalition partners to form a new majority government. He formed a social Christian coalition with the Dutch Labour Party and the Orthodox Protestant Christian Union. This fourth Balkenende cabinet is a coalition cabinet of the Netherlands, formed by Balkenende, who was appointed formator by Queen Beatrix on the 9th of February 2007. His cabinet was announced on the 13th of February and was scheduled to be in office until 2011, but it fell in the early morning of the 20th of February 2010 as the result of disagreement between the majority of the parliament and the coalition partners CDA and PVDA over the extension of the Dutch ISAF mission in Afghanistan, in contrast to the formation of a new caretaker cabinet with full responsibility. Balkenende IV continued as a demissionary cabinet, a caretaker cabinet with limited responsibility. 2010 election and resignation. Despite serious criticism by former prime ministers from the CDA, Balkenende was the Christian Democratic appeal lijsttrekker for the Dutch general election of 2010. Balkenende raised mild controversy during his campaign for the 2010 Dutch elections. While appearing in a television show, Balkenende was asked by a female presenter what parties he would most likely form a coalition with. Balkenende first gave evasive answers, then when asked again by the presenter, responded saying, UKIJKT's Olief. The comment was regarded as sexist and criticized by several people, including Opzij chief editor Margriet van der Linden and GrainLink's leader Femke Halsema. Balkenende apologized for the comment later. On the 9th of June 2010, Balkenende resigned his position as leader of the CDA as well as his seat in the newly elected parliament, taking political responsibility for the CDA's disappointing election results in the 2010 general election. Other issues. In 2004, during his second cabinet, Balkenende was diagnosed with necrotizing fasciitis. He was treated through surgical debridement and made a full recovery after several weeks in hospital. On the 4th of June 2005, the Belgian Minister of Foreign Affairs Karel de Gucht said in the Flemish newspaper Het Laatste Nieuws that Balkenende is a mix of Harry Potter and a petty rigid bourgeois mentality. This comparison caused a small diplomatic controversy, and a Belgian ambassador had to apologize to Ben Bot, the Dutch Minister of Foreign Affairs. Retired Deputy Prime Minister Hans Wiegel commented he preferred Harry Potter to the mannequin peas. Balkenende has a close relationship with the Dutch people from Suriname and the Netherlands Antilles. He has visited several Ketty celebrations in recent years. He was a member of the Reformed churches in the Netherlands and since the 1st of May 2004 a member of the Protestant Church in the Netherlands. Awards: Golden Honorary Medal of the Municipality Amstelveen. Honorary degrees: Honorary Doctorate in Laws, Hope College. Honorary Doctorate in Human Letters, Hofstra University. Honorary Doctorate in Sociology, Yonsei University. Honorary Doctorate in Systems, Design and Management, Keio University. Honorary Doctorate in Theology, Károly Gáspár University of the Hungarian Reformed Church. Decorations.